What's up, everybody? It's your host, Jaden for Illini Daily. In today's episode, we're going to be breaking down what is the most important position in college football. And I want you guys to discuss your opinions. What is the most important position in college football? Because I think it's different than the NFL. I think it's even different in high school. But yet again, that's just my opinion. But I'm definitely going to be separating offense and defense. I think they have their own important positions. I think there is a difference between the two. And today, I just really want to be talking to you guys and you guys talking back to me where we can really have a discussion or even an argument about what is the most important position because there is a difference and there is the importance between the two. So, I do want to talk about offense first, then defense, and then I'm going to give you guys a little update. So, let's just get straight into it. First things first, uh, what's the most important position in offense? Offense, the most important is the O line. That's pretty easy. If you guys would like to discuss that it's wide receiver or running back or tight end or even QB, I would love to talk about it. But without an O line, none of those positions matter. None of those positions even get the ball if you don't have a good O line. Because with a great defense and a really bad O line, it can destroy O linemen and just really break up a really good QB, a really good running back, a really good wide receiver. It can really destroy those guys, or even put up the effort of them never getting the ball. So if you guys don't have a great O line or an elite O line, there's no way of getting the ball past any yardage, and that's just speaking straight up. We saw great examples of this with competition when Illinois played. Let's just use USC and Ohio State for example. The difference between the competition was pretty, pretty big. When we played against USC, the game was very, very close. Our O line held up their defensive ends. They did a great job of holding back, and we had a great day rushing and throwing the ball. Versus Ohio State, where we couldn't even get the ball past any yardage. We couldn't get barely past the 50. So games like that, you really can see the difference between talent, between O line and edge. And if your O line is not able to guard elite edges or elite defensive tackles or elite linebackers, your team is not going to be able to do anything. And as from a person who's also a Chicago Bears fan, you can really see the difference between 1 year with a great O line to a bad O line. The Chicago Bears weren't even not even a top 20 offense with a bad O line. Now they have one of the best, if not the best O line, and we were a top three, top five offensive weapon or offensive team due to the fact of such an elite O line. So saying that is just a big difference. And that was just an example. Obviously, QB is pretty big for a lot of people, but I don't think so. You can have a pretty, I would probably say not mid or bad, but if you have a pretty decent QB, somebody who doesn't make a lot of mistakes and can get a ball past, 20, 20 to 60 yards down the field, you have a pretty good QB. Now, I'm not saying you don't need an elite QB because you obviously do, but if you have an elite online, having a moderate to an okay QB can be really, really good for any great team. That's just my opinion. Comment down below if you disagree, but that's just my opinion. Next things next. I think having an elite edge rusher or cornerback is essential for any defense. Speed matters for both positions. If you have an elite edge rusher who can really get to the QB as fast as possible, you can have a decent cornerback, so you don't even have to have a really good cornerback, and vice versa. If you have a decent edge rusher and have an elite cornerback, really, if you have one or the other, your team is going to be really good at defense. Um, Elite cornerbacks do just keeping up with speed guys like just for example like college wise like Jamar Chase who is an elite speed wide receiver who can run any route. Same thing with Justin Jefferson. But having guys like AJ Terrell, well not the championship game because he got destroyed, but AJ Terrell or us with Devon Witherspoon. If you have elite cornerbacks who can really stop off offenses from even getting the ball across the field is really really good. And now cornerback is so versatile. There's so many things that you can do with cornerbacks now. So that's really important for any elite defense. You want to versatile yourself with different blitz looks or different coverages and have an elite cornerback can do that for you. Same thing with edge. If you have an elite edge who can do multiple things, like a Gabe Yakas, like for us, who can also go in coverage, is going to be really, really helpful for any team. So I really think that having those type of positions is really important for a defense. Last things last, I have some awesome news for you guys. Um, you can see or hear me on Apple Podcasts or Spotify now. Go to FanArch, give us a 5-star review. I highly recommend you guys can listen to any of FanArch's other podcasts if you guys like other teams, not just me. I really, really would like the support, and I know FanArch would really like the support as well. You guys have been great fans, and if you guys are like having a hard time listening to me on YouTube, you can listen to me now on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. It's just going to be a little bit easier, I think, to having multiple ways of listening to me or seeing my face. I would really, really appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys liked today's episode. I know it was a little short, but it's spring college football season, so there's not a lot of updates right now because right now everything's into the basketball breadbasket. So let's just go Illini. Hopefully we win, and then we get to play on Monday. So getting that little excited feeling. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode, and seriously, comment down below what you guys think is the most important college football position, because I really would like to hear, and I would really like to discuss it. So, see you guys.